Good afternoon, I'm Commander Leon Stein, the curator of the Naval Museum. We're into the second week of the lockdown and while the Navy's on standby, the SA Naval Museum is obviously closed to the public. I thought let's use this opportunity and time that we've got to go through and to have a look at a few more displays inside the museum. So please join me. The Navy Museum occupies two buildings, the Royal Navy Sail Loft Mast House, which dates from 1814, and then an even older building, the Dutch Storehouse, that dates from 1743. So we're going to go into the second building, the Dutch Storehouse, to have a look at some of the newer displays inside the museum. We're inside the Dutch Storehouse now, that dates from 1743. A portion of this building was allocated to the Navy Museum for the development of a transformation display area, and this section was opened by Flag Officer Fleet Admiral Kitty Mhlana in 2011. And we honored the father of the museum, we regard him as the father of the Navy Museum, Commander Mac Bissett, in naming this display area after him, Commander Mac Bissett. Behind me is the plaque honoring him for that. This first section deals with the chiefs of the South African Navy, or their official portraits. We have a small display on the forerunners of the Navy, which was the South African Naval Service, the Seaboard Defence Force, as well as the South African Naval Forces. Interesting photo of Admiral Halifax, Guy Halifax. He was killed in a plane accident on the 28th of March 1941, returning from Windhoek, or Walvis Bay actually. On their way back to Cape Town, plane flew into Baboon Point near Elands Bay. First chief of the Navy was Admiral Bierman. He had a particular long stint as chief of the Navy from 1952 to 1972. And following that, he was appointed as chief of the South African Defence Force. First and only admiral to be appointed chief of the Defence Force. He was succeeded as chief of the Navy by Admiral Johnson, 72 to 77, and in turn Admiral Walters from 77 to 80, 1980. Admiral Edwards from 1980 to 82, Admiral Pitter, who had two stints of service as Chief of the Navy. He was also Chief of Intelligence during the mid-80s. Admiral Syndicum, 85 to 89. Admiral Woodburn, 1990 to 92. Admiral Simpson Anderson, 92 to 2000. Admiral Retief, from 2000 to 2005. First African Chief of the Navy, Admiral Mudimu, from 2005 to 2014. And then moving along to the current Chief of the Navy, Admiral Hlongwane. He was appointed on the 1st of April 2014. The next section or display area inside this display hall deals with the transformation of the Navy after 1994. When Admiral Mudimu was appointed Chief of the Navy in 2005, he gave the tasked the museum to put a display together that would deal with that, to depict the history of the Navy after 1994. So what we've got here is a timeline, 20 years of democracy, runs up to 2015, and it really shows all the events that transpired. The world opened up to the Navy after 1994. We could really fly the flag. There was a host of appointments. Here we see and achievements. Ensign Anne Myers becoming the first woman to qualify for a breach watchkeeping certificate. Jagan Moodley became the first Indian officer to command a South African naval ship when he took command of SAS Jan Smuts. Moving down, first female diver. So this whole timeline is full of all these major events. You see the naming ceremony of the first Valor-class frigate in 2002. And Captain Jamieson, Guy Jamieson, took command. Later Admiral Jamieson. First African officer to take command of a MCM vessel, Admiral Klana, who was a commander at the time, now Admiral. First female black diver to complete a diving course and qualify. First female officer to take command of a strike craft. We have Commander Cluley, the late Commander Cluley. Again, here he is a captain, Captain Klana, taking command of the first African officer to take command of a frigate. And so we go along. There's such a lot to see here. I don't have enough time to really show everything. I think the best is for you to visit the Navy Museum when we're done with this lockdown, to come and have a look for yourself and to visit the Navy Museum. Hopefully we'll be open after the 16th of April. I hope you've enjoyed this brief tour of the museum. There's still so much more to see. Once we open, you need to visit us. We will be open 7 days a week, Saturdays and Sundays included, public holidays from 9:30 until 15:30 in the afternoon, 3:30. If you've liked this video, this clip, smash that like button down there, and you're most welcome to make comments, hopefully positive ones. Stay safe, stay at home, and until next time, goodbye.